What are you going to be working on today?
Same thing I do every day. Feels like.
And I'm going to be working on the upstairs bathroom, trying to get that in order because we have the plumber coming on Wednesday to install our vanity. And so once that happens, we'll have a functioning bathroom. So I'm working on getting all of the walls. I have to finish skimming and sanding a little bit, do more paint scraping, and then actually paint the room, which I'm excited about. And then at the end, we will have a vanity reveal for you. At the end of this video, we'll have a couple reveals for you. But before we get to that, let's take a look at what we have to get finished. Hal's been working on a storm door to cover up this door that is the access to our rooftop terrace.
Plan for today is to build a storm door. As you can see here, the old one rotted off. This is actually the bottom of the door, just completely rotted. And we've been getting leaks inside the wall because of water getting in on the door. And real glass, we want to replace that with plexiglass. So I found this piece of wood up top in my rafters. I think that might work for the storm door. Okay, so now with this piece, I can cut in half and it can be a crossbar. So here we go with the this wooden mallet that I found at the casa. And I got my chisel. Gonna put some silicone glue in this, put a bead down right here. I'm out picking loquats to eat for a snack. And I just found this little guy. Haven't seen him before. Kristin don't know what kind that is. I don't know much about turtles. They're pretty good. They have a big pit, but juicy and really sweet.
So what did you want to show me?
Two options for the base of this door. So this original piece goes in here, and you know, obviously that would sit flush. And I was thinking I could, you know, redo this to help shed water. Or I bought this metal one that I'd have to obviously cut down. Obviously. That I could cut down and put it in place. I'm a little worried about the door not fitting.
Yeah.
And since I have to cut it, then it's completely useless.
Yeah.
If it doesn't fit. But it would be a lot better. Is that closed all the way?
Yeah.
It is?
Well, here, I'll lock it.
Oh man, there's a huge gap there.
Huge gap. So maybe the metal one will actually be better. Maybe it'll fit better.
Yeah, it'll still fit because the storm door is going to go on the outside here.
Here, let's look at what you're looking at.
The storm door is going to go up against this right here.
Okay.
Which is actually pretty nice. Someone rebuilt it. It's got weather stripping and everything. Let me see that.
Here, I'm going to hand you my phone too so that you can show them from the outside what you're looking at. Close it.
Okay, so this is the piece obviously that I need to weather strip because there is water getting in there. The storm door is going to sit flush here, and as you can see, this is weather stripping. So we have that probably 2 inches there. The idea is to cut this down and make it sit in there, and I think that will actually work. Or maybe I save it for the storm door. So I think that's the better idea. I'll put it on the storm door. That makes more sense. Let me in. I just had to think it out. I was thinking it, I had to talk it out because I was thinking it yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's better to talk it out.
I know. There's all these little details everywhere that have to be figured out. It's a lot to think about. All right. And then in here is the bathroom where I'm going to be working today. I have to finish skimming up on the top here because even though our tile was installed, it's still pretty rough up there. So I'm going to work on skimming and sanding that. This doorway, I need to finish scraping. I started that yesterday. And then I have the medicine cabinet over here that I'm still trying to decide on because I've gotten most of the paint off. It's pretty good, but there's of course still some little spots that I'm having trouble with. So still deciding whether to paint or stain that. Our vanity did come in, but it's downstairs, so until I can see them next to each other, it's really hard to say. And then I'd also really like to get this scraped and primed, maybe even painted, and then of course we have to paint the walls, prime and paint them. This wall was still pretty rough, so I've been doing some extra skimming over here too. So I need to sand that down and get it primed. And there's also the molding that we need to prime and paint. So I kind of got my work cut out for me just in this room. Oh, there's also the floor. The floor needs to be cleaned again. I'd really like to get this area cleaned up since the vanity is going to be sitting right here. And I don't want to try and clean the floor under the vanity once it's installed. I'd rather have it nice and clean to start with. It's really the details, like all these final details that we have to get done that seem kind of small, but when you add them up, they take a lot of time. We were talking yesterday about the difference between renovation and restoration, how if you're renovating a house and you're taking everything out and putting everything in that's new, you don't always have to worry about cleaning and scrubbing and like doing all of these things that we're trying to do, and then trying to figure out weird solutions for problems like the door out there, the storm door, and the window that it's been leaking. If it was new, it would probably just be a normal solution. But we're trying to figure out how to make everything that's already here at the house work. Like this tile floor, I've actually been regrouting little portions of it that were missing grout and things like that. So, and getting the grout to match the old grout, all of that it can be kind of time consuming just to figure out how to do all of those things. Because it's not always as straightforward as ripping it out and putting it in new. Yesterday I skimmed this area up here, so I'm going to sand it down and then see if it needs a second coat. They're both dead. Both batteries are dead. All right, I got the charger and all the batteries. So I'm out here to check on Hal. out in the workshop.
Make sure it didn't die.
The messy workshop, which we're still working on getting our garage in order, but the priority is the inside of the house, so this is...
one day at a time.
Yeah, not what it's going to look like ultimately, but works for now.
Yeah. Spiders like it.
So what are you working on?
A mess. Just working on making the trim for the storm door.
Mm-hmm.
So I've cut all the trim pieces. I have to paint a few of them. And then once they're dry, I'm going to just glue them with construction adhesive versus trying to put a brad nail in there. And so, yeah, I'm going to glue that up, and then I have to recaulk around the plexiglass.
Nice.
And then put the hinges on, and we have a storm door.
Looking good.
Still have to pick out a doorknob. We don't have a doorknob yet.
Did we get the hinges yet? I can't remember.
I bought the hinges.
Okay.
They look kind of small now that I think about it. But I'm not going to use it that much, so I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, we can always replace them if the hinges are too small.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to head back to the bathroom. Have fun.
All right.
All right, I'm headed back upstairs, and every time I come up these stairs, it's very frustrating because the paint on the stairs is flaking so much that I just want to scrape it off, but I'm trying to stay focused and go work on the bathroom. We're trying to stick with our priorities, but if I get enough work done in the bathroom, I think I might reward myself by scraping 1 to 2 stairs today. Seems like a strange reward, but this paint is just like crying out to be scraped off. If you've ever used one of these things, it can get quite addictive. So anyway, looking forward to that. I'm not sure if these hinges have come off for 100 years.
Let's see what's behind them.
Because it looks like they just kept painting over them.
Yeah, that's bare wood.
Yeah, so that's the original wood there.
That looks gross. My fingernail looks gross. Just kidding. That looks kind of...
These hinges will go in the crock pot with the rest and we'll shine them up. Okay, I have all of the walls in here now skimmed and sanded. Unfortunately, I forgot about the ceiling. So I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow, which there's still some peeling paint up there. So my plan up there is to do some peel stop primer and then skim it and sand it, which my arms are probably going to give out by tomorrow because I hate doing the stuff on the ceiling. But anyway, I spent a lot of time on this doorway and I scraped it and sanded it to the point where it's pretty smooth now. I didn't get all the paint off, but that's fine because I'm gonna be priming and painting it. I just wanted it to be smooth. So I got that done, and I'm gonna clean up. Hal's outside running the lawnmower over just the front area of the yard because it has been raining so much that the grass has just been growing like crazy. So he's doing that, and I'm gonna clean up in here, and then we're gonna head home for the night. We'll be back tomorrow.
Wow, my sweaty.
It's the next day. We're headed back to hopefully finish up that bathroom. We also have a birthday party to go to midday. So we're gonna get as much as we can done this morning and then take a break and maybe head back. We're gonna start this morning by working on this ceiling. In the end, hopefully, we have a nice smooth ceiling just like this section over here.
sounds kind of wet.
Hmm?
Still sounds kind of wet. Is it dry?
Yeah, it's dry. I did it yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Looks pretty good. Looks way better than it did.
Today's video is sponsored by our jobs, where we spend 40 hours a week so that we can make money to then go to the hardware store and give them my money that I made. We got old squeaky back.
Okay, I'm finally ready to prime, and I want to show you what we just did. We marked off where the vanity is going to go. It's a pretty tight fit, so we wanted to make sure we marked it off so that it gets installed in exactly the right place, because otherwise there would be a really tight fit between the vanity and the toilet, which we want to avoid. So this is where it's going to go. Now I'm going to start cutting in with the primer. This I've been waiting for a while. This is one of the things that is actually going to feel satisfying, because once this room is fully primed, it's going to look a lot different than it does now with these patched walls, which in their own way are kind of pretty. I don't necessarily hate the way it looks in here right now, but we do want to get it all primed and painted before the vanity is going to be installed. Okay, we got our vanity upstairs. It's underneath this blanket. We'll show you that in a little bit. But before we can install our mirror and our light fixture, we've realized the light fixture is now not centered with the vanity. And we're really hoping that there's not a stud behind where we need it to be.
We also know there's a pipe in there, a vent pipe that goes to the roof.
Yeah, so we need to avoid the studs and the vent pipe. We're gonna drill in and see if we hit anything. Hopefully we don't. Otherwise we're gonna have to have an off-centered light fixture, I guess. I don't know. We already bought the light fixture like almost 2 years ago and we really like it, so we don't want to switch out light fixtures. So hopefully this is gonna work.
No, I mean that went all the way in. I could go get the big drill.
Yeah, let's do it. If you didn't run into anything with that, then So Hal just went to get the other drill. I'm gonna give you a closer look at what we're doing. Okay, here's the vanity. I'm also painting, by the way. This is where the faucet is. So we need the light to be right about there instead of there. We also have some damage to the wall here that we're gonna repair, and I thought it would make sense to move this first and then do all our repairs, finish painting, and then we can hang our mirror here and our light fixture. While he's down there, I can also give you a little sneak peek at our wall color that is right up here. Not sure if you can really see that in this light. It's a light pink color. It's called Antique Rose. It's by Magnolia. It's very pretty in person. We really like it. It's the color that we showed you in our bathroom design plan when we just made our design board. We did end up going with this color, so really like it.
Just turn the power off. So now I'm just gonna check That's dead. All right, so now we're gonna drill out a hole for a to mount the light. Let's see what happens.
Should we just chisel it out?
I got the wire, the metal wire behind the plaster.
I forgot that it had that metal.
Yeah. This is not really made for cutting metal.
No. What do you see?
A stud.
Ah! A stud? Oh no.
Dead center.
Dang it. What do we do now? Lunch?
Yeah, I do wonder though if there's a way to still mount the, well, it'll come out a little bit. If we put this light mount on the stud.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to look at our light fixture and see.
If it'll cover it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 90% sure. 99%. I remember.
Well, our other option is to get a different light fixture, I guess, which stinks because I really like that one.
Yeah.
Like, we might have to have 2 light fixtures instead of 1 center one. So.
We'll just put this back in the hole where it came from.
Well, that's an enormous bummer. So, we're gonna go get lunch.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back, and we've decided to leave this problem for another day. Things I still have to do. This medicine cabinet, we've decided we're gonna paint this white because as much as I like the wood, I want it to match the window trim. And there's no way I'm gonna be able to get all of this paint off of here. So the window is gonna end up being white. Medicine cabinet will also be white. And then the crown molding will also be white. So that'll be good. That'll tie everything together. And I'm gonna focus on painting all of the walls in this room that I can. All of the walls over here I can get done. It's just this area that's a little bit messed up. And of course, the ceiling still needs some work. So maybe I can get some plaster work done up there too. But for now, I just really want to get these walls painted. Wanted to come out here and show you what Hal's been working on. What are you working on?
Doing a lot of staring.
Talk louder.
Been doing a lot of staring up at this. I had to patch a hole of plaster that's up here. Okay, so I replaced some plaster that was right here. There was some flashing coming out and it was all rusted, so I fixed it and then plastered over it, and I just painted it. Now I've got to fix this rotten board on the window trim. And first I've got to figure out how to get up there because I don't have scaffolding. So all I have is this ladder, which normally would be enough, except this roof is keeping me from getting close. So I might just hang out the window. I think that's the plan right now. And try and take that board out and replace it from outside the window. We'll see if, once I can find a radioactive spider in the yard, get bit, wake up tomorrow with Spider-Man powers. I think that's all I can do. Mission impossible.
Wish us luck. Especially Hal.
What?
I told them to wish you luck.
I think I can do it if I scoot the ladder back so it rests right here. There might be enough. Might be enough rungs left to get up there. Let's see. I can reach the top, so that's good.
That's making me really nervous.
Yeah, I would like to take this out and open it,
Yeah.
so that I can at least like grab on.
Uh-huh. Do you want me to run up there and open it?
Gotta take the screen out. Yeah. Probably need a pry bar.
I can go get you the pry bar.
This is where being a circus clown would come in handy. Also, where being left-handed would be handy. Took it off. Now I've got to rebuild it.
Good job.
Okay, I show you that because I have to mimic that trim piece. And let me show you the board that I took down in the measurements. So this is a standard modern 2x4. It's actually 1.5 by 3.5, which the width is perfect. I need 3.5. This is what I took down. This is 7/8. So that's got to go on there like that. Is one side. And then what I have to do is mimic that trim piece by using a piece of this, and that will be the extra thickness that I need. So that was originally what that board looked like to get that little indentation, that little raise. So I don't know, being how rotten this is, I don't know if it was two pieces. Like I kind of thought maybe they just did something like that. You know, I mean obviously thicker, you know, something a little bit like that. Which I could do. Or, like I said, I can just cut this 2x4 down to 7/8 thickness, and then I'll trim this piece and tack it on top. That is the dilemma. I have more 2x4s, so let's see what happens. Just gonna fit. Okay, I'm gonna nail some of the lath that's on the outside. When they built it, they didn't attach it to this frame. So I'm gonna put some nails in there. Okay, this is the trim piece that I'm going to put on it. It's 1 1/8.
How's it going?
Better than expected.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually get it done today.
Oh, sweet.
I can never get a project done in one day. So I've got this 2x4 that I cut down, and it's looking pretty good. I just have to cut the trim piece and then miter it and then paint it. Well, nail it, then paint it.
Awesome. So this is a project we've been wanting to get done for a while. So
Yeah, this leaked during the hurricane.
that'll be a big thing to check off the list.
Yeah.
And it's also one of the more difficult projects to get to just because of the location. So
Yeah,
it'll be
probably
nice.
one of the hardest spots in the house. Except for the other window that leaks over the laundry room. You guys saw that already.
Yeah, all the windows that leak are like in these really precarious
Yeah, ridiculously hard
places. So anyway, good job.
There we go. A matching trim piece. One down, like probably 37 million to go. All right, I'm just going to show you real quick where the contractor replaced one of our boards, and that's why I chose to do this one myself. If you see here, the new board that they put in does not have this trim piece, and if I were to put it in, it wouldn't match because that should have been cut at an angle.
Yeah, so here's the other, I'm gonna come around here and show you the other corner of this window. So it should have looked like that. And instead it looks like
So maybe I could
that.
take another piece of that trim that I made, and I'll put it up there, and then put another piece in there,
yeah, I think
and try and make it look,
you can match it up at least a little bit better than it is right now.
yeah,
Because that looks kind of silly. And this is the front of our house.
right. And it's like the closest to the door.
Yeah, the
Like
front-
if it was that side,
Front door is right there.
yeah, if it was that side, it probably would never get seen. Not really an issue.
Well, I think you did a really good job.
Thanks.
We didn't get everything done that we thought we were going to get done this week, but we did get these things done.
Yeah.
Hal repaired this window trim.
And I installed the storm door that I built from scratch, which has proven to keep the water out. Still need to touch it up a little bit. But I like it. I'm surprised I built that out of one piece of wood. I still need to pick a handle to go on there. I didn't like any of the ones I saw, so still shopping. But it works.
Okay, so I didn't completely finish the bathroom. I was really hoping for a big bathroom reveal for you. And also I was hoping to have the bathroom done for us. But there were some challenges with the walls. I'm still painting, but we do have our vanity installed, so come take a look. Ta-da! And we have water too.